There are a few reasons why I believe quarterback Alex McGough will be the backup quarterback to Jordan Love in 2023. First off, he's come in and he's brought a different energy to the practice field. He's out there playing more confidently, encouraging his teammates, really making some plays, and also, having fun while doing it. There's a lot that goes into that as a backup quarterback. He's being supportive of Jordan Love. When Jordan Love does something well, he's right there to encourage him, being really celebrating Jordan Love's accomplishments there. That's an important thing for the backup, to be able to support and help pick up, especially a young quarterback who's taking his first season as a starting quarterback. Another thing is, why wouldn't Alex McGough be, loose and comfortable out there playing? He's coming off of an MVP season in the USFL. Granted, yes, it's the USFL. It's not the NFL. But it's still playing at a high level, and it's playing football more recently, actual football games, than the majority of these guys out there. While a lot of these guys were, young guys like Sean Clifford were training for the combine, or other guys, doing off-season program work, within the facility, he was out there playing live, real football games against actual people at a high speed. It wasn't, walk-through pace or just conditioning or just throwing, routes on air to receivers. He was playing actual football, and he was out there making plays. He wasn't just simply, a game manager. No, that dude was out there running around, using his legs, making plays, getting outside of the pocket, throwing on the run and making plays. And it wasn't like guys were just running wide open. He threaded the needle a good number of times, including this one to Jace Sternberger as he was rolling to his left, throwing against his body. Got enough power on this ball to get it to Jace Sternberger in the end zone. Jace Sternberger being a former Packers tight end, of course, as well, who had an outstanding season there too, but that's beside the point. But that level of comfort and looseness that he's bringing, and just kind of yes, there's probably a lot of mileage on his body, but hopefully, as we get into the season, we're not going to need that backup quarterback as much. So there's not going to be as much, mileage being put on his arm throughout the regular season. So I'm not terribly concerned about that personally. But that gives him advantage right now because of the fact that he's used to playing at that pace right now. Other guys are still kind of acclimating, getting back to the speed of the game, and I think that's going to benefit him a lot in the preseason. The other part of it too, he knows he's got a job going back to the USFL next season if he doesn't make it. Last year, the USFL doesn't pay as well as the NFL, but him playing an MVP caliber and playing all of the games, he ended up making $74,500 some dollars. Not a bad year. Granted, that's roughly what a rookie, makes on their contract in the NFL, but that's still quality money to play football. So getting the opportunity, trying to take advantage of it, I think he's going to go out there this preseason. I think he's going to make the most of his opportunity, and I think we're going to see him as the number 2. Last reason that I think he will come out on top of other guys, I think we've seen, generally speaking, what Danny Etling has to offer. I don't think there's much more of a ceiling above where he's currently at. Sean Clifford, yeah, he might have a bit of a ceiling. But at the same time, people are going to argue, oh, he's a draft pick, we're going to keep him. Which I've made that argument before. But I think, given the fact that, one, everybody sees that pick in the 5th round was a reach, and that other people had him at best as a late 7th rounder or an undrafted free agent target, I think he might be able to get through waivers. So if you want to keep him around and develop him, he can be your practice squad quarterback. I think if we let Alex McGough go and he plays, even decent this preseason, I think somebody else is going to try to sign him off waivers when we cut down for the practice squad.